Hello and welcome to NAB 2026. I'm here at the Adobe booth talking with IndieWire. My name is Francis Crossman. I'm a principal product manager on Premiere, and I'm excited to show off color mode in Premiere Beta. So here in Premiere, I've got a very simple sequence, and it's very flat. It's lacking some color and needs some work. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna jump into color mode, which is an all-new color grading experience built specifically for editors, and it's built right inside of Premiere. So what we have is a very big program monitor, which shows you a nice big visualization of your image, because the image is king. Along the right side here, we've got our clip grid, which shows you a thumbnail representation of all of the clips in your sequence. And this is going to help you just sort of really quickly get the bird's eye view of if things are matching. Now, if we look at our tools here across the bottom, they're deceptively simple. These are quite easy to use, quite easy to learn, but very powerful. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add some contrast here. And as I click and I latch into this tool, you'll see the heads up display come, and that is showing me the waveform, which is going to help me make this adjustment. These tools are bi-directional, which means up and down, we get the contrast adjustments. Left and right, we can set the pivot of that contrast adjustment. So moving on down the list, exposure, another waveform control with control for black point to get that cinematic look. Temperature is a vector scope, and here we can choose the balance of color to get your white balance right, the orange blue or the green magenta, sort of get that dialed in there. Balance is almost like putting a gel in front of the lens, and that allows you to do really big, wild tints if you want. So I'm gonna actually push this quite orange and do like almost a Mad Max kind of look, and push the temperature way up. Let's increase the saturation as well. And so now we've made a pretty big adjustment to this one clip, but I don't want to grade one clip at a time. What I really want to do is apply this grade to all of the other clips in this group. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab all these daytime shots. I'm going to multi-select those, and you'll notice down here the selection is popping up, and I can right click and add an adjustment there. And let's rename this to day. And I'm actually just gonna grab this clip adjustment, move it over onto that group. And just like that, you'll notice that all these thumbnails are now, they've changed to be a very orange color. They have all inherited that clip adjustment that I moved over there. Now, probably want to work on these nighttime shots as well. Let's put those into a group, and let's name this night. And for this, I think we need some more contrast. Let's put these shots like very blue, drop the exposure down a bit because they're nighttime shots. And now I've graded all of these nighttime shots to look quite blue. Now, if I want to add a creative look, I can come here to the sequence operation and add a style. Now, styles are kind of similar to LUTs in that they're a one-click application of a creative style, but they're more flexible than LUTs. They're non-destructive, and you can actually go in and choose different settings if you want, sweeten the settings, if you will. So I'm gonna choose, kind of audition some of these and see what looks good. I'm gonna go with this cinematic medium contrast look here, this style. And what you'll see is that the style is actually a bunch of modules. So we have film color doing print and negative film stock emulation. We've got contrast and color in here. And so you can see that this is really quite a lot of complexity under the hood that we applied with a one-click application. And if you need to go in there and fine-tune any of those settings, they're right there for you. So just like that, you can see that I went through and I did some group adjustments with these different scenes here. I can do some individual adjustments if, like, let's say this one shot here is just a little bit too contrasty. And I did a sequence level adjustment. So this level of grade management allows you to really fly through a sequence and get consistent colors throughout your entire sequence without dealing with the complexity of like adjustment layers or copy paste attributes. So color mode in Premiere, at first it looks really simple and it's easy to learn and it's approachable, but under the hood it's packing a lot of power, and this is going to enable editors to really punch above their weight when it comes to color, and also not abandon their identity as editors by having to go out to a dedicated color grading application. Everything is built right into Premiere, and you can try it out in Premiere Beta today. It'll be shipping later this year.